Okay. Yeah, it's on now. All right, we're on.
Okay.
Finally.
Yeah, I've got a burp.
Jesus Christ.
Cheers.
Nice
Okay,
t-shirt.
welcome to tonight's episode of Talking Jits and Giggles. I want to thank Marvia Fightwear. Make sure if you want a good gi, he's got some new stuff coming. I'm trying out his sample stuff, so make sure you hit up that gi and no gi. We have burning needles, tattoos. I think Bryan and myself are representing Talking Jits and Giggles tonight. You know, self-promoting.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, someone's got to do it. Look, there's heaps more. Yeah, open palm massage therapy. Look, it's one of the best in town. Make sure you hit it up. Yeah, there's fucking heaps more. We'll just get into that later on.
I know everybody.
yeah, there's so much more. But yeah, welcome.
I'm gonna start you. Hang on.
Oh, now far out. Here we go. He just on off. They said all day to do this shit. Anyway, he'll be back soon. So I've got to get this right. It's just Kris Carson?
Yeah,
Was it Christian?
Yeah, Christian Carson. Yeah.
Yep, Christian Carson. I'm looking at the bottom there on your on our
Plug it in.
what's the names in it? Just says
Kris. Yeah.
Kris. So I just wanted to make sure. So it's Christian Carson. Chris?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, welcome to Talking Jits and Giggles.
Thanks for having me.
No, that's all right. I'm very thankful you can come on. Look, the way this normally works is that we talk pretty much shit for the 45 minutes to an hour. It's really just about you and your jiu-jitsu journey and where you've started from and to where you are now and where you want to go. And pretty much, yeah, just hit it off, mate. Start off. What do you do? When did you start? Did you do anything while you were younger? Anything like that?
Well, before jiu-jitsu, I was doing before that. So before jiu-jitsu, I was a big muso. Like, I was in a rap crew with a few of my bros, and it was awesome. It's called the Box of O. If you want to look up any of our music, we've still got it all online and that. But
cool.
Yeah, that's what I used to do for from when I was a teen, right through it, up for 10 odd years. I was right into writing my own music and rapping and performing with my bro Rory, and it was really cool. We did a few gigs, a few shows, a festival. It was great. I really enjoyed that. And then what happened was he had to move to Akaroa to work on building a house for his mum, and then because of the distance, we weren't able to really practice, getting ready for shows and that. So kind of my sort of attachment to music sort of grew apart. And that's sort of right when I kicked off my journey with jiu-jitsu.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Where'd you start?
I was at Axis, and so I got into it through my mates, Tiger, Jake, and Jamie. So they all started first. So at first it was Jake, then Jamie got on board, then Tiger got on board, and then they asked me to come. And it took me a while to actually come along and give it a go. And then once I did give it a go, it was Gi. Yeah, Gi. And I sort of was in and out, wasn't really consistently training. I was still sort of trying to do my music and stuff at the same time, and I wasn't really, as obsessed as I am now with it. But that sort of kicked off at about in 2016, early 2016. I started. Yeah.
Seriously doing it?
Yeah, that was when I really got right into it. My first competition was actually your one, Hayden, at the Kimono Wrap-Up.
Yes.
That was my first experience of competition, and then it was pretty much from that experience that I got I was locked in and knew this is what I wanted to do, and I fell in love with it from there. It was insane.
It's a different kind of rush as competing, I reckon.
Oh, big time. And I didn't win my competition. I came second in that tournament, but it was that I think if I won that tournament as my first one, I don't know where I would have gone. I think I would have, because stuff I do, I usually get into it and then I get bored if it's not challenging enough, if you know what I mean. No, not like that, but you know what I mean. You do something, and then if it's not challenging enough, you kind of move on. So I was actually was a blessing in disguise, I guess, like coming second in that tournament, because it gave me this like fire, man, to like win, you know, like I really wanted to win. I'm quite competitive. So yeah, coming second in that just lit a fire, man. And I knew the next tournament I wanted to win it. And yeah, from there, it just set this snowball effect of, yeah, an obsession in jiu-jitsu. It was crazy.
Yeah, especially
So-
like you said, if you lose in a comp, you're determined to
Yes.
beat that person, because you could beat them every day in training, and then you go to compete in a competition and always lose. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, totally. Yeah, no, it was crazy. But yeah, from then I kind of, after that sort of tournament, I was like, man, like where's, you know, like the hardest or like the most sort of prestigious tournaments in New Zealand? And I like, obviously New Zealand Grappler were kind of the ones at the time, like holding all the main tournaments, and they got the New Zealand Nationals. And I remember going to that as a white belt and seeing the atmosphere and being like, damn, this is serious. Like I didn't realize how big jiu-jitsu was in New Zealand. And then from that first taste at Nationals, I didn't even make it to the podium in that one. I got smashed. But I remember just being like, this is my goal now. I just want to win a national title. That was my, like, yeah, my main goal after being, you know, involved in that. It was awesome.
Have you competed
that
outside
was-
New Zealand yet?
Once in Melbourne. And that was when I first got my blue belt at a Grappling Industries tournament.
Oh,
And I got
awesome.
DQ'd, dude. I got DQ'd.
I shouldn't laugh.
I got DQ'd for doing the force choke. So I was like I'm big into Keenan Cornelius's stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, I even signed up to his online program. I was studying all his techniques, and he like shows this force choke, which is one that you wrap the lapel up the back, and then you stick your thumbs through the lapel. So you got like 2 holes on the either side of their neck like that, and then you wrap your hand through one and grab the other side, and it's literally like the force. So you just like push away, and it like you don't even have to worry about anything else, bro. You literally push away, and they get choked out the further they pull away themselves.
Why did he DQ you then?
Because I put my hand under the back of the gi.
Put it under the gi.
Yeah,
It's only inside the gi. Through it's
No,
fine.
because he's putting it inside it.
But in
Yeah, it
the
was inside through the back. So
Yeah.
I wrapped it up, and then I went through behind, and then in the front of his neck, and then grabbed the other side.
Yeah.
yeah, but
and then
I've
they-
refereed their tournaments, and that's not even a rule. It's just illegal techniques.
Yeah, man.
Everything else goes.
Dude, it was. Oh man, I fought the whole thing for ages, man. We even got other guys involved. They had to bring in all the refs. It was pretty full on. Yeah.
Once you
yeah,
lose
they
an
did-
argument with the rest, man, I wouldn't give up. Because as a referee, I just turn around. I don't bother. Once you engage in an argument, even if you're wrong, you just got to say, hey, look, I'm sorry, I was wrong, and walk away. But if I don't even admit that,
Brian's done that a lot. He's walked away.
True.
because
Oh,
you're
no.
never going to
No,
win,
man.
and it's always going to be arguments.
Yeah, it was like my first tournament over there, and I was really trying to, you know, push it, and I was really
Yeah,
pissed
man.
that I traveled all that distance, man, and like got DQ'd on something I thought was legit, especially coming from Keen, and the dude's like mad IBJJF, like knows all his shit, competes in that. So I was like, what the hell? Like, surely, you know, it would have been all good, but
When you get DQ'd in theirs, you get to carry on fighting it. It's only that one a match.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it was
that's cool.
it was like points, so like that DQ
Ah.
kind of screwed me up a bit.
Fuck.
Yeah, I won my first match on points, and then that next match they DQ'd me, and that kind of sent me into a bad
Yeah.
sort of tempo for the next match.
I'd have
And
force
then
choked everybody
the
after
next
that.
2 I lost on. Oh, dude, it was bad, man. After that, I lost my next match by like 2 points, and then my last match I got reaped and toe held, dude. I didn't read the rules.
You had
and-
to rape, yeah.
Yeah, man, this dude reaped me and toe held me, and I was like, I thought that was like you can't reap for one, and then I thought like toe holds are like a brown belt technique, aren't they? Like,
Oh,
You
it's
can
good.
knee bar a blue belt in there.
You've got to,
Yeah,
every
it's my
tournament
fault.
that
It
you
was my
go
bad.
into,
yeah,
every tournament you go into, you've got to make sure you're reading the rule set. Because they're
Yeah.
so,
it was.
other ones that it's, because there's so many different techniques that are controversial, even reaping is,
Mm,
you know, some competitions just go, no, don't worry, we won't worry about that in our one.
yeah.
And then, like you say, then you get caught by surprise, and it's like, what the hell's
Oh,
going
dude.
on here?
This dude caught me big time, eh? Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
literally, it was like a month after I got my blue belt, and I was like, man, I'm going to go straight in the deep end, go to Aussie, have a crack. Prior to that, I went to Sydney with Cam, and I was supposed to compete, but I busted my ribs up pretty bad. So I went to Sydney because everything was booked up. So I just went and watched. So yeah, I was supposed to compete earlier in Sydney as a white belt, but that didn't happen because injuries.
What comp was that?
I've had a lot of was that? That was a Sydney Open, I think.
Oh yeah.
IBJJ?
My memory. Yes.
Oh,
Yes, it was going to
that
be
would
my
have been awesome
first.
to do too.
Yeah, my first. Yeah, IBJJF tournament.
Mm.
But yeah, that didn't happen. That's all good.
So then so that was when you just got your blue belt. So
Yes.
so obviously you come back from Melbourne.
Yep.
Obviously, like you said, you probably liked it a wee bit. You got fired up.
Oh hell yeah, man! After that, and then did a few
So
tournaments
how
here.
did it carry on going there for you through your blue belt and that kind of stuff?
So through blue, I ended up. I think the next tournament after that was. I think I entered Nogi Nationals, and because we hadn't trained a lot of Nogi, I just had a crack anyway, and didn't do too good in that. Got beat down a bit. Yeah, it was pretty hard to take that one. And my first I think my first 3-4 tournaments as a blue belt, I didn't do well at all. Like I was struggling a bit, and then it was just, I don't know, everything started to click after that, and then I just started to win a lot of stuff after that. It was good. Like King of the South, got double gold there. I ended up having to fight Ben Russ in Dunedin, and that was a humbling experience. In the
Is it on the in the ring? In the ring or on the stage?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, it was in the ring. Yeah,
I watched that one. That was cool.
Yeah, man. So that was that was pretty hard to stomach. That was a good battle. And what
He's
else
pretty
is
good.
there? Oh, he's the man. Yeah, he's the man. High level. Like, yeah, I know. Now that I got my purple belt, I know that match is going to probably happen again eventually if I jump in the gi. Which I probably will, because I love the gi, man. Like, even though I'm in a no gi only school and we train no gi all the time, I still love like chucking the gi on whenever I get the opportunity to. Not many people train gi at all at Oceanside, but when we get the chance, I'm keen always.
Yeah, I saw John Lentz on the
Come
weekend.
down.
He was like, Brian, your first big problem is your gi. You need to burn it and never look back. And I was like, no.
Oh man, yeah, John hates the gi.
Oh, it was quite funny having conversations with John in the weekend. It was good.
Yeah,
it was good catching up with him.
Man.
So I mean, so for people that don't know, you're one of the four founding members of Oceanside.
Yes.
So there's yourself, John, Hayden, and Kieran.
Yes.
Yeah. And so you guys are the owners of Oceanside JiuJitsu, which is a no-gi school here in Christchurch.
Yes.
So anyone that does and loves no-gi and you're in Christchurch, make sure you hit them up. Yeah. So I mean, tell us a wee bit about that, mate. Because I mean, like I say, you were teaching. Well, not teaching. You were doing gi jiu-jitsu, and then how did all that come around for you?
Yeah. Well, it was cool. Just what happened was with my journey. So I was at Axis, and I was getting real obsessed with jiu-jitsu, and I just wanted. I was looking into all the ways to progress fast, to try get as good as you can quickly. And they mentioned like having a mentor, like so as a white belt, approaching like someone that's like a high level blue belt or purple, to mentor you through your jiu-jitsu, or someone you can bounce ideas off. And I approached Hayden Smith, and I said to him, I was like, bro, like, is it cool with you if you mentor me through my jiu-jitsu journey, if I can bounce stuff off you, if you can help me, like, push me along a bit? And he was like, man, like no one's ever approached me or asked me that before, but yeah, totally. And reason I approached Hayden is because, like, I watch him, and he's like a giant slayer, man. That dude's, he kills, man. He's savage. And like one of the things that set me off with him was he went to like a tournament up north and got, I think it was like triple gold or something. It's a while back now, and I just remember seeing that he'd fought dudes in the absolute that were massive compared to him and just like wrecked them. So I knew his technique was on point. So I was like, man, I'll want to work with this guy, and he was real friendly, real approachable, and yeah, man. And then he took me under his wing, and then that was really cool. He was helping me along, progressing, and I noticed that he really loved no-gi as well. And then I started to develop like, a love for no-gi too. And then he actually had to go to Japan to work, and then so he was going to be away for quite a while. And then I was like, man, I'm missing like having that person to bounce stuff off. And then just when that sort of happened, that's when John Lentz came into Axis. And he was like this blue belt, bro, that was just wrecking shop, man. No shit. He just came in like a whirlwind day, and it's we were just shocked, like, who is this dude, like, you know? And I started rolling a lot with John, and then I approached John to mentor me as well. I was like, man, can you help me out? Because we had very similar games. He likes triangles, he likes like knee shield, and I just noticed the way he played. He's a very flexible guard player, and I was, you know, we had a very similar style. So yeah, I linked up with him, and then he started mentoring me as well. Yeah, so the two of them, I had like Hayden, he was in Japan, and then, you know, John, and I was bouncing ideas back and forth with them and getting him to help me with my jiu-jitsu. And then once Hayden came back, we all sort of linked up, and we all became real tight boys. And then obviously Kieran's Hayden's brother, so he joined the mix too, and he's a killer himself. And that was the team, and we just went to competitions together. Like every time there was a comp on, the four of us would roll out, and yeah, it sort of grew from there, the relationship and the friendship. It was cool.
So then obviously you went on to open a school. So how did that come around?
Yeah, well, we all love no-gi, and we wanted to do no-gi every day. Even though, like, I still love the gi, and I still had that passion, man, like, to win gi nationals. That was still a burning desire of mine, like, and I know a lot of the other boys wanted that too. So yeah, we were just like, man, let's try this no-gi school, let's see what happens. And then John sort of approached Craig, and then, man, we had Craig on board, which was nuts because he's like so high level. And then it all kind of just took off from there. Like, it sort of was an idea, and then it grew into what it's become today. Like, I never in my wildest dreams thought it would become what it is now. It blows me away every time I'm at training and I look around at everyone that's there. It's still sinking in a bit, especially for myself, man, because I haven't been doing jiu-jitsu like very long, compared to Hayden, Kris, and John. Like, they've been in 10 plus years of doing jiu-jitsu. So I still feel like I'm a bit of a baby in the crew. I'm still learning from them, and just trying to keep up, you know. But they're helping me along, and they're going to get me into teaching soon, I think. Like, I'm helping out with kids classes and that at the moment, but I do want to get into sort of teaching the adults and that a bit more, like, later on. But just taking my time. I've got a newborn Baba, so that's sort of taking my attention a bit as well. But yeah, just going along with it, man, and just enjoying the ride. It's really cool.
Yeah, so you guys started, it was roughly about a year ago, isn't it? Roughly.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, roughly a year ago. I remember you had the
It's on
open
Facebook
mat.
this week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said roughly about a year ago. Jesus, mate.
Yeah, roughly about a year, yeah.
But I remember because, I mean, obviously, John's trained with us quite a bit, and he's been overseas, but we, you know, very good friends.
Oh, a lot of time they do,
and try to support each other. And, you know, and I remember you guys opening up down in North New Brighton, which was, you know, a really cool place. I remember coming down, you guys were setting all up and
amazing, man. I missed that place.
Yeah.
I missed that place. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, I mean, it's a, you know, obviously your name represented where you were from too at that time.
Yes.
But like anything, like, you guys have really established yourselves, especially in Christchurch, and now competing wise, you know, because you guys love competing and your whole team does.
Yes.
But your school has grown rapidly over the year. Obviously, the way no-gi has gone around the world and how people are, you know, looking at it now, that must be quite cool feeling for you, though, like you're saying before.
Oh, it's unreal, man. Like, I'm sort of at the moment with the whole, like, the way the sort of classes are structured and everything, the way the schools sort of run on that front, like, I'm sort of a little bit like, you know, I let the guys that are experienced do what they're good at, you know, like the like Hayden, Kris, and John, they're amazing teachers and they're really good at what they do. So I let them, like, you know, they front all that side of it, and I'm kind of trying to, like, you know, learn a bit more. And even though they gave me my purple belt recently, which I was really surprised to receive, because I thought I was gonna, you know, ride out this year and compete again at nationals as a blue belt and give that another crack, and just just see that through. And then when they gave me my purple belt, man, that was crazy, because I that was a shock in itself, because I've had a little bit of a issue with, like, a hernia in my stomach, and I had the pains and that coming on and that, and I didn't know, like, too much about it or how serious it was. And then that day that they graded me, I officially found out from the doctor that I had an umbilical hernia.
And you rolled for an hour and a half.
No shit, bro. It was the craziest shit. No, man, it was crazy. Like, so I went up to John and I was like, bro, man, I found out today, like, that I've got an umbilical hernia. And he's like, oh man, that's pretty full on, damn. Like, and then I went and sat down, started to get ready for training, and then I hear him say, oh, it's grading today. And I knew it was grading because I knew that there were some blue belts getting handed out, but I didn't know that. I had no idea mine was coming that day.
When did you get your blue belt?
I got my blue belt about a year and nearly close to 2 years, like a year and a half, year and 8 months ago. Yeah,
I rolled with you at Texas. You must have still been a white belt then, because even then I remember before I went to Ireland and I rolled. Mm-hmm. I was going to do the lunch classes and stuff, and I rolled you then, and I turned to Phil and I was like, that dude's not a white belt. And he's like, no, he's one of those guys we've got who just is coming up quick. And I knew it wasn't going to be long, so. I think you're underselling your purple beltness, man.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, when most people say that they love jiu-jitsu, I mean, you dedicated a lot of time to jiu-jitsu. Okay, bar when you're injured, but you know, you a lot of time to jiu-jitsu whenever you could. Whether I was talking to Ben, I'd pop down and you were there. See you at comps and all that kind of stuff. You were always trying to compete, always, you know, on the mat. So it's not like you just in there one day a week.
Nah, bro, it's a full-blown obsession, man. Like, because people ask me a lot about it and the whole progression thing, man. Yeah, bro, no shit. Like, I'll get subbed by someone, right? And I'll go home, man, and I'll study all the defenses to what just happened there, and I'll be like, yeah, nah. So next time I get put in that position, I can get out of it, and I'll try to the best I can. But yeah, man, I'm always studying. Like when I'm at work on my lunch breaks, I'm just on my phone looking at technique. When I come home, I'm eating dinner, watching technique. I get yelled at by the missus to come to bed because I'm staring at like watching ADCC matches, or, you know, I'm just constantly just uploading technique, movements, matches, whatever. Like I'm just, full obsession, man. And even like you could ask any of the boys in the gym, like the injuries thing, like I'll roll through a lot of the injuries I end up having. I'll try to, you know. I'm just so obsessed, man. I just love this stuff so much, and I love what it's done for my life. It's been amazing, a big shift there.
And you were saying before, you got a new member of your family, so that must have been a big, well, not a big shift, because I mean, Bryan and myself have both got kids and done jiu-jitsu through them, but it is a wee bit of a setback, I suppose you say. You sit back and you have a look at things for a wee bit and then just reevaluate stuff. It's pretty awesome having a new baby.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I'm just super lucky. I've got a real supportive wife. Like, she's super supportive of what I do. Like, and she's helped me develop, obviously, in jiu-jitsu and as a father. And it's amazing, man. Like, she gives me all the time in the world to train and to sort of progress, obviously, because now that we've got Oceanside, it takes a lot of time, you know, like being at the gym all the time. And she's just super supportive, man. I wouldn't be sort of in the position I am without her help, for sure, man. Like she really takes a lot of the brunt of all the stuff like going on at home and looking after wee man, and to give me the time to be at the gym and to stay sharp, you know.
Must take about an hour and a half each day to comb that hairdo as well.
Oh, dude.
I'm never going to get over it, eh?
Oh,
yeah, no, it's crazy, eh? No, he's here now.
I just think it's hilarious. It's awesome, man.
He's here. It's crazy.
Yeah, primo, mate. Yeah, look, this dude's styling. Woo!
I see, you put one picture up, and it was combed over like this, and honestly, the first thing I thought of was Ace Ventura with that massive hairdo. I was like,
that was what I was thinking before. That's so cool.
It's so much hair.
Look,
it's making me feel. I got FOMO.
Oh shit! Crazy, eh?
The charts.
He's only what, 6 months today. 6 months today.
Oh,
hey.
Happy 6 monther.
Yeah, he's the man.
Oh, that's insane. What a cool dude. He'll be on the mat soon.
Oh, wait, my wife just wanted to look. Quick.
What's that? Oh, Bubba.
Bring it back.
Show the back. Show the back of the hair.
Holy moly!
Wait, check out the back of the hair. Look. 6 months today.
Oh, that's so cute.
Mad mullet,
awesome.
Reminds me of John
Famous now.
Stamos from Full House.
Hello.
Oh,
He's a man.
famous.
He's bloody cute though.
Famous.
Nah,
You're
he's
on Jits and Giggles now. You've
See, mate, we're a family show here.
said the F word 3 times.
Oh.
Didn't know. Not when the little one was around.
Fuck no.
Jeez.
He can't hear anything anyway. We're all headphoned up.
His hair's covering it all.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Oh, that's awesome. So what do you do outside jiu-jitsu?
Study it pretty much. Work and family, man. Pretty much. That's me, man. Like I love jujitsu so much that I'm pretty much just doing that whenever I'm at home. I'm studying that and with family, and then just work. I've got in a partnership with in an electrical firm.
Yeah,
So,
well, that was going to be one of my
Sparky.
questions, but then when you gave me your email, I was like, well, fucking, that's answered my question.
yeah. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that one. Eh? Yeah.
How long you done that
man,
for?
it's cool. Oh man, since I was 15, dude. I left high
shit.
school real young, man, and because one of the things that happened in life, my old man passed away when I was 14,
Oh,
and I was lost, dude. I didn't know what I was up to, didn't know what I wanted to do. It kind of before that happened, I had a scholarship, man, to St. Bede's,
wow.
believe it or not, and that
Whoa,
was
music?
in music, yeah, bro, in
Yeah.
music, and so I played the trombone in an orchestra.
Womp, womp, womp.
I know, so random, and so I played the trombone in the orchestra, and they gave me a scholarship to St. Bede's, and that was cool. And I was like on the mish, man, to be like I wanted to be a doctor, obviously, because my dad was sick for like a couple years before he passed away.
Yeah.
And so my mission, I was doing like chemistry, biology, physics, like all the sciences, trying to like head down that route in a mission to try help my old man out. And yeah, obviously when he passed away, then all my plans just went out the window. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and then I was sort of went off the rails a little bit. Got into some trouble, mixed with some bad people, and all that sort of stuff you do when you're young. And then my mum actually pushed me towards doing like a trade. She's like, you need to get into a trade, do something like that. So she pushed me into like the Southern Institute of Technology. Do you guys know?
Yeah,
Like zero fees.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Yeah, zero
good.
fees. And I got into that. And so I started the course late. And then when I started the course, they were already into that part of doing work experience. So I missed the whole sort of start of the course. So I had no electrical background whatsoever. And then when
Straight
I got
into
to the
work experience.
Polytech, yeah, bro, they're like, yeah, we're at the part now where you go to work experience. I was like, well, I got no background at all.
Trying to plug shit in upside down.
Oh man, it was crazy. And then my mum works at a law firm. She's a secretary for a lawyer, and one of the clients was my boss, Paddy, and he has his own electrical firm. And then my mum was like, oh, can Kris come do work experience with you? And he was like, yeah, no, sure. So I went and did that, did work experience with him for 1 week. And then he was like, oh, do you want to come back for another week and do another week of work experience? Like, yeah, sure. At the end of that second week, he fronted up to work on like my last day and gave me like a full kitted out tool belt, dude. Like all my new screwdrivers, all the shit. He's like, do you want a job? And I was like, man, totally. Like 15,
this is
like,
your first year into study.
Yeah, bro, not even first year. I literally, I literally signed up, went to Polytech to start to learn some, electrical stuff. They were straight into work experience. I had no electrical knowledge whatsoever. Straight into work experience, jumped in, did 2 weeks of work experience, got a job. And then, I left Polytech, bro. So I went to Polytech literally for like, bugger all. Was in there for a bit, then out, and then started having to do Polytech through night school, which dragged on because I was working full time pretty much.
It's all timing, man, and it's literally falling into a job like that. You could have done that full course and not got a job at the end of it, but it's
totally, bro. Yeah,
that's awesome, man. I'm stoked for you.
Yeah, so it's crazy. And then so I've been with them now, like coming up. Well, so I started 15, like 17, 18 years, man. Like been with them a long time, and then bought into the company about 3 years ago, and that as my bosses get older and look to retire, I'm just going to buy more shares with my business partner Sean, he's been doing the Sparky thing about 2 or 3 years longer than me, and me and him are slowly going to buy them out eventually, and take
That's
over and
You're
do
pretty,
that
you're
as
pretty
well.
onto it with the mentoring and getting into it with other people. It helps. It's good, man. If someone else is already down that path and that's what the path you want to go on, man, fucking coattails. Not coattails.
Oh, totally, bro.
You're like,
totally.
bro, show me the way. Show me the way.
Yeah, exactly. Like mentoring's, it's been a big part of my life. Like going to people that know what you want to know and getting them to guide you in a way. Like obviously they don't have to like feed you all the information straight away. Like you just ask the right questions and they just help you along and you kind of do things in your way, but with guidance from guys that have already been there and done that, so you don't make like some detrimental mistakes on the way.
It's like trying to tell your teenager how life goes, and they look at you and just go,
"What do you know?"
yeah. No, for sure. Oh man, yeah. It's cool though, and I enjoy the Sparky.
You'll know about that
it's
in
really
about 17 years.
Oh man, no. At first I hated it, dude. My first 3 years of being a Sparky was rough, man. I was like in the floors, in the roofs, like it was rough, dude. I hated it. I remember one job, man. We were doing these like heat transfer kits, and like it was in this real nice flash house, and we had to get one duck from like one lounge to another. And the only way to get there was like through a tiny little like triangle around the outside of the house and like this eave. And there was the only way you could go out. You could go in, but you had to back out. Like you couldn't turn around and come back out. And it was like on a summer's day, black tin roof. Dude, I thought I was going to die in there. And
you're quite tall, yeah? How tall are you?
6'2".
Yeah, I was going to say, you're way taller than me.
I reckon I've shrunk a little bit, since back in the day when I like.
It was so hot in the roof, mate. You just like
some there's some of those real pricky jobs. I remember when I was younger, I used to help my dad out building cool rooms, and you can imagine, obviously insulated. And one day I got stuck inside it while an air conditioning guy was welding, but they shut the door and locked the door, and I'm sitting in there sealing the whole thing while he's welding. In an airtight freaking cool room, obviously with no coolness. It was just fucking hot. I think I lost about 4 kilos by the time I finished.
Oh, hell yeah. That's gnarly.
Oh.
There you go.
No, you go, man.
Okay. With
What about you?
Yeah, thanks. I fucking made me lose it there. With learning jiu-jitsu from a musical background, do you find that really helps? Like I've heard before from other people saying, "Oh, if you could learn an instrument, you can apply it to a lot of other things." And being fucking dumb as a stunt when it comes to music, I can't really apply that or think about it. But do you reckon?
I reckon the one thing from the music that helped me with jiu-jitsu is memorizing moves.
Ah, yeah.
Because I have to memorize lyrics before I'd go to a show. Like I'd have to learn, like 10 verses for 10 songs. So I have to have all that in my brain. I can't just bust my phone out and be like, on stage. You know, people will laugh at you and shit. You got to have all that stuff dialed in. So that
have you ever memorized, is it G and a G?
G and a G. No, I've seen that though. I've seen that. That's crack up, man. Yeah. No,
sorry, bro.
I haven't done a jiu-jitsu track yet, but yeah, it's definitely on the cards. Do one for Oceanside, that'd be good. But no, man, with the whole music thing, I feel that memorizing lyrics has definitely helped me like memorize technique. So I've got to the stage where I can watch a technique and transfer it straight to the mat now, which is quite cool, which I never used to be able to do, but now it's really cool. Whenever I see something now, I only have to watch it maybe once or twice, and then it's like kind of dialed in, and then I can take it to the mat and try it.
Yeah, nice.
Which is real sick. Lapel guard, man, I did a lot of study on that, especially leading up to gi nationals as a blue belt. That was my jam. I love that shit.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah,
I haven't. Yeah, I know you don't. I haven't quite got the same dialing in. I just keep doing the same shit over and over until I get it.
Oh man, like it was funny, dude. When I was using it at nationals, they were like, people were shook, man. People didn't know how to deal with it, or
even now they don't.
Like, what is this?
Even now they don't like it.
I reckon it's becoming more common now. I reckon a lot more people are getting more onto it now with it, though, for sure.
Oh, I can't do worm guard.
So you guys like doing it. I like watching it to get out of it.
Yeah.
I just like using it under the leg and then driving that to pass the guard and like fucking up people's bases with it. That's my favorite part of it.
Oh man, you can tire people out with it, man. It definitely tires them out because they carry your weight the whole time. You just hang off it.
If you got a if you get good grips, you just hold onto it and then you just put your kney through this part of the lapel, and as they go to move, they fall backwards. It's fucking funny.
Oh, it's the best, man. Especially when you learn all the like the grip sequences, and you know, knowing what they do, like each one and what power each one has. It's really cool. That's why, yeah, man. I got that encyclopedia like as soon as it came out, man, and I studied that whole thing. I'm still studying like.
Is
it's
that
Keenan's?
I
Yeah,
forget
bro.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Mate, mine's on trial and
man.
error. I'm just guessing on mine.
Oh, bro, you get it, and when you buy it, man, it comes in like an app format on your phone. It's sick, and he updates it with like new techniques, and it's just constantly updated, and you're always a part of it.
Yeah, I'm a tighter, so I hate paying for shit.
Yeah, that's why he waits for me to buy it, and then he jumps on and he grabs it.
Oh, dude, my wife got it for my, I think it was like my birthday or Christmas, because she knows how obsessed I am with this shit. She's like, "Oh, what do you want?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know, like probably that lapel encyclopedia would be nice, you know." But yeah, man,
I think jiu-jitsu people are the most easiest people
to
buy for. We either want a new gi
or a reshi.
Yeah,
reshi,
that's right.
Or get some tutorials. So
yeah, man, 100%. Yeah, 100%, bro, definitely. But yeah, man, that lapel guard definitely got me to like that dream, because man, that dream, like I said, as a white belt, I was like hungry for like a national title, because like that. I'd never been at a tournament with that kind of atmosphere before. When I went to no-gi nationals, it was nowhere near the amount of people there as what you see at a gi nationals. Like gi nationals is nuts, man. Like it's like a full packed crazy stadium, and it's like Coliseum. Everyone's like standing above you, looking down into the bullpen, and it's just it's unreal.
I think no-gi's got its place and that kind of stuff, but it's still got a long way to catch up to gi. Because gi is like the starting of it, and then no gi is coming through, and it's just it's a different, different style really in some respects. But it's just it's got so far to catch up before gi.
Have you done a gi national since you've been at Oceanside?
That was so what happened was when we started Oceanside, I think we were at Oceanside for 3 or 4 months, and that's when the gi nationals was coming up, and I was like, man, how are we going to do this? Like, I was kind of feeling a bit nervous, like we just left, like, Axis, we're doing gi all the time, and then we're in the surf club, and I was like, man, I really want to do gi nationals, and I was talking with the boys, and there were only a few, like a handful of guys that were keen. I think it was me, Hayden, Kez, Max, and Chris McCormack at the time, and so that was just the 5 of us, man, and I know only me and Hayden really trained hard together for that, man. Like we were doing like 40-minute rounds, bro. Me and Hayden getting ready for gi nationals. It was just the 2 of us going after each other, bro. Kieran would jump in sometimes, but I know Kez doesn't like the gi. He knows that. He can vouch for that on that. But and then Maxie, I think Maxie and Chris they may have had an injury at the time or something. I'm not sure. Oh, they were drilling a lot. But yeah, me and Hayden, man, we would just go after each other, getting ready for that tournament. And we were both nervous too, man, because we're like, we've only got like each other and like a few guys that want to do this, but we still went hard, got ready, and then we went, man. And me and Hayden, we won, bro. I couldn't believe it, and it was a dream, like, to get that one. And it was a good bracket too, man. I had a lot of guys in my bracket too. It was solid, good wars.
My thing with that one there. Yeah, my thing with that one there. It doesn't matter how many people you train with. If there's just 2 of you that are keen, no matter if you're different weights, there's 2 of you that are keen. You don't need 100 people on the mat. Doesn't mean that that's going to make you better when you go away. It's the attitude that you have with the people that you're training with, whether it's 5, 4, 3, or 2. Doesn't matter, man. You just proved it by going away then. And winning. In both years, I think even Hayden won, didn't he?
Yeah, Hayden got gold, bro. 100% submission rate, bro. Yeah. Hayden's a killer, man. 100% submission rate, that dude. Like, 3 triangles, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, the man. Nice. And then, my first match was my hardest one, man. Real strong multi boy, and he was hard to deal with. Like, lucky I knew all the lapel guard. I used the squid guard to sweep him a couple of times. And then right at the end of I was 4 points up, and then right at the end of my first match, he went for this Hail Mary footlock. And that was, it was on. And I just had to hold out for that. They're like, I could hear the boys in the background screaming, like, over the crowd. It was like, don't tap to that footlock. Don't tap.
Don't
I
fucking
got
tell me
past
what
that
to
one.
do.
Yeah, man. Like, so yeah, got past that hurdle, and then yeah, after that, I won the next 3 matches by submission. Like I think the match after that was triangle armbar, and then a bow and arrow, and then the finals was a triangle. The dude went into my triangle real quick, man. It was crazy. He kind of like, I watched the guy in the final. He'd pulled guard and armbarred everybody to the final. So I knew this guy's a savage with his armbars. I was like, yeah, he's going to try pull guard, put me in his close guard, and work for an armbar. So the battle was just pretty much to pull guard first. And I managed to pull guard, and I guess he would have thought I was going to try work a lapel, like rip the lapel out and go straight for that. But his positioning, man, he just was right there for the triangle. So I locked it up straight away, man. And yeah, got him with the triangle like under 2 minutes. It was crazy.
Nice.
And it was just a relief after that, man. I was just like, yes, that's one like dream, like.
And well earned too, by the sound of it.
Oh man, yeah, no, I was so happy, dude. Yeah, it's still till today. Like it's my most favorite moment competing, for sure.
Nice.
It's
That's
pretty
quite
big, man,
interesting.
for a no-gi school to come out and 2 of you guys place golds in a gi tournament. It's fucking pretty awesome.
Yeah, 2 golds, 2 silvers, and 1 bronze. So all of us took home some treasure, eh? Yeah.
Nice.
That's crazy, eh? It was
That's
really
awesome.
cool, man. Yeah, we were so happy.
It's quite. So going forward, what do you want to do when it comes to competing going forward? Do you want to travel a wee bit? Once all the
I'd love to
shit's sorted?
travel. Yeah, man. Once this is over, I really want to do pan packs. I'd love to do pan
Yeah?
packs. I'd give that a crack.
Both,
man.
He's
Yeah,
going to do
yep.
both.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
I wanna do
what,
both.
that is seriously really interesting to go to something like that. If because you're so used to New Zealand and you went to the grappling one, but 3 or 4 days straight of grappling.
Oh, yeah.
It's full on too. Yeah.
It's full on, man.
True.
It's just
Have
like,
you guys
especially-
both done pan packs?
Yeah,
I
I've
officiated at it.
I've done it
Oh,
probably
wow.
3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, sick.
But it's one day you're competing, the next day you're competing, the next day, especially if you're doing everything. So if you're going like gi and then open, gi,
Yes.
no gi and then open, they're not
Mhm.
always on the same day. Sometimes you may be lucky, you might get one on it on the same day, but normally they're over 4 days.
Yes.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah, but it's just like you got to make sure you're on weight. You got to make sure you're walking around on weight. You're just constantly, you're pretty tired by the end of it.
Do they do no gi first or gi first?
I
Mixes
can't.
up. It's all over the
Just-
show.
They
Yeah.
mix it up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it can
True.
go. I remember when Scotty Walker I stayed with him one time and I was doing it, and he finished at like 12 o'clock at night.
What?
Yeah, and
What,
it was
still
going.
rolling. People were rolling.
Yeah, because it
It's
was
finals.
it was insane. It was just, I don't know if it was running that far behind
It was.
or
Wow.
just there's a lot of people 4 days straight.
If
Just
if,
go.
Sure.
if one mat gets behind, they don't kind of go to another mat. And because his one,
Yes.
that was the one I was officiating it, and he got to midnight, and then his event was at 8 a.m. the next morning, and they're like, "You're up first up." And then I complained. I said, "Look, this is what it is here," and they said, "Okay, cool. So tomorrow morning, you can just turn up at 9, but we'll move it forward." And then he got disqualified for not being there at 8 o'clock.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I could imagine the comps coming up, especially ones like pan packs and that, because no one's been able to compete, they're going to be massive. They're going to be huge.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know, I'll have to talk with the lads and see what the best like strategies coming in. Like maybe I do focus on solely no-gi for the first one. I don't know, but
Oh no,
all the
bro,
guys
go
that-
It's a long
fucking
way to go
jump
just to do
in.
one, man.
You're
I
gonna
know,
go.
yeah. You're
Do
right.
it.
You're right.
Just do
All
it,
the
man.
guys, all my favorite jiu-jitsu players do both. They're all like really good at, and compete at the highest level in both disciplines. So that's sort of, I really like that. Especially Keenan, he's the man at both, and I just like his style and what he does. And
Yeah, mate, I'm telling you, like,
Yeah,
if you're going to
man.
go that far, you just jump into
Yeah.
both.
For sure.
yeah,
And it's
yeah,
such
definitely.
a cool thing too, because you're just going, you're just there all day. It's jiu-jitsu, and there's amazing fights. There's some some
I can
unreal
imagine.
fights and that kind of stuff. I mean, I remember the first comp. I actually went to a Machado comp. Well, it'll be 19 years ago. And Elvis Sinisic, Anthony Perosh, Big Dave, they were all brown belts. So they weren't even black belts then. And they were all
Damn.
brown belts. And like, I think Elvis not long come back from fighting in the UFC. and George Soparopoulos. Did I say that? George
Yeah.
Soparopoulos. Yeah, he was fine. That dude was a purple belt. He was a freak. God, he was awesome to watch. You know, and that was way back in Footscray and Footscray then. And then as the years went on, and the places just got bigger and bigger, and then they moved to the aquatic centre, and then they went to the Pampaks, and oh man, it's cool. You gotta, if you're gonna look at it next year or hopefully whenever it comes around.
Yeah, as soon as, man, the first opportunity to travel to compete at something like that, I definitely want to have a go at it for sure. And I want to come down to Groundworx and get some gi in with you guys for sure.
Gotta get some gi in, bro.
That's something, man. That's something I really want to do, because I've been talking with Jerry about it a lot. Every time I see him, like, or message, you know, when we message, we talk about it a bit, and I haven't had the chance to pop down, but yeah.
Oh, mate, you're always welcome. You're always welcome with us.
Even on Saturday, mate, our road mates almost line up. So ours will be 10 to 11, and then yours is 12 to 1, 12 to 2, was it?
Yes.
Yeah,
ours is 12 till 2, yeah.
Have you? How old are you, Chris?
I'm 33 now.
33. Oh, yeah, so you are in the Masters section. No, yes. Over 38.
Yes. Yep.
Thought about going to the World Masters?
I've never thought of that, no. I'd like to actually give that a crack. That'd be really cool. As a blue belt, would have been like, I don't know, I'd feel more confident going in as when I was blue belt, but now I'm only fresh into my purple, and I think the level must be huge, you know, like the guys must be so good, especially the ones towards the end of their purples, and that's what you got to go against, you know, so.
Yeah, so are you, man. So are you.
Oh man, I've just entered this pool of new killers. I remember what it was like I was saying before, when I first got my blue belt, I was getting wrecked at tournaments.
Everyone wants to kill you, that's why, because it's a fucking blue belt.
Yeah, this new blue belt, no tags on his belt, boom, you know. But yeah, man. I'm a little bit nervous, man. Like, I haven't competed at this belt yet, but I know the guys in New Zealand at this level are really good. Like the guys I fought at blue belt that was smashing me, that they got their purples not long after, and they've been tearing it up as purple belts. So I know that it's going to be hard, but I'm looking forward to the challenge. I'm excited.
I was going to say, it must be pretty cool for you, you know, wanting to get back out there, obviously with COVID and shit. But you know, to get back out there and really test yourself, because we know you quite well, and that's one of your passions is competing. So, you know, getting your purple belt very recently, now challenging yourself, and I think a lot of people, well, for me, you know, because when I do sit down and talk to you every now and then, you even though you do compete, and if you lose, you do actually find it as a challenge for you. You know, it gives you really good drive.
Man. Yeah, I get excited. It's weird, but I do get excited. So if I lose, I get super excited. It's almost like I get this new fire to just go back in the lab and learn. Like, and in the gym too. Like, if I get subbed, man, I get excited I smile a lot about it. I'm just like, oh man, I just got smashed. Now I got to go like learn how to get out of that, or how to defend that, or I don't know. It's just my love for jiu-jitsu, man, is like no other. Like, I've done a lot of sports in the past, and nothing does what jiu-jitsu does for me. I don't know. It's weird, man. I wish I found this stuff earlier in life, to be honest, man. I wish I found jiu-jitsu as a team, but at the same time, I feel that my appreciation for it wouldn't be as much as it is now. Like, I really appreciate the whole picture with jiu-jitsu, like what it does for the way you think, the way you can solve problems, what it does for your body, the people you meet, the relationships you build through it. Oh, it's crazy, man. And I love it, man. I absolutely love this sport. Yeah, it's unreal. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Obsessed.
That's all right, mate. You still got plenty of time to keep doing it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, Brian. Okay, so we get to the point of this thing, mate. Look, we've really appreciated you being on.
Thanks for having me, man. It's been great.
We have 5 questions. It's Brian's turn.
Yeah.
So he will shoot out 5 questions for you. The last one might be a wee bit difficult.
They still get them. They probably.
Oh, come on, yeah, but I think Anyway, we'll see how you go on this last question.
Well, the best part is I thought about the questions, and as soon as you said you're in a rap group, I changed them all completely. Okay. I'm real excited because I'm a big hip hop head too. So it's gonna be a hip hop head.
You got a pop head.
Yeah, that too. Anyway, so which hip hop, East Coast or West Coast? Like
Ooh,
styles.
styles. Man,
You're talking about New York or California?
No, I'm talking about like so Tupac is West Coast, Biggie East Coast, or I'm talking like San Francisco Underground East Coast, or
I'm a
which
big
one?
Tupac
shit.
fan. I like Biggie as well, man, but
Yeah.
I just like Tupac's message.
Okay.
Yeah. And I remember when I was young, when I was at high school, I used to write Tupac's lyrics out, like to a few of the songs, and like learn them so I could rap along with him while I was listening to his music. So yeah, Tupac for sure.
Okay. Well, that's taken away two of my questions now.
Oh,
Okay,
Hey, don't worry. He's a professional, mate. He can work on the spot.
yeah, I'm crying on the inside, but I'll just carry on. So do you crank hip hop when you roll, or do you any other music?
Oh man, just whatever's going. It's funny you say it because like whenever we go to do say the open mats on a Friday, Hayden actually comes and he goes, "Oh bro, do you want to hold down the music?" I'm like, "No, bro, you just chuck on whatever." Like I'm honestly not fussed on whatever is on musically when I roll.
Oh,
I'm so like just focused on the roll at the time that whatever's happening on the outside doesn't really matter, to be honest.
that's a big deal for me. It's a big deal for me.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Yeah,
He
man.
listens to my ones as dad music.
Yeah.
So
But it's If it's something that I can relate to, I roll better. But if it's something that I
True.
hate,
Yeah.
I sit there thinking, "Fuck, I hate this song." What are you doing? So yeah, it's,
No, man. Sometimes, man, I notice like Kez likes his rock and John likes a bit of rock too.
Yeah.
So I notice when that's on, the tempo's up in the gym. I can feel everyone's rolling hard, especially when it's like some heavy rock. Like everyone goes after it. I remember when John put some on when we were back in the beach days, and I just remember like I saw a glaze go over John's face, and he was just in like kill mode, Yeah, when he chucked some rock on. Yeah, man.
So
That was dope.
top game or bottom game?
Man, I'm working on my top but bottom game for sure. I'm a guard player.
Do you pull guard, or do you try takedowns?
I do. I am guilty of pulling guard. Yeah, I whip the lapel out, grab it, and sit. Man, that's and gi, and no gi. Man, I've been working a bit of stand up. We've got the wrestling class and that, but I'm still a guard puller, bro. Yeah, that's my jam. I just work better off my back.
Close guard or open guard?
Man, it's a good one.
Especially for no gi.
Competition, bro. In competition, if the dude's gnarly, I lock a close guard, man, just to stop the threat of attack.
Yeah.
Open guard, if I'm mucking around in the gym doing stuff, I'll play open guard. But if the dude comes in real hot and like spastic and shit, I'll lock close guard and work from there. That's the truth, man. But I like both guards. Yeah, I can't pick one or the other, to be honest.
Okay, what's your favorite submission or sweep?
Oh, dude, favorite submission, triangle all day. Triangles. Yeah.
From the bottom or from the
triangles.
top?
Yep.
Or from anywhere?
Yep, from the bottom, man. Just guard, yeah, man. Set up my triangle from guard. Yeah, all day long. Love
Nice.
Triangles.
All right.
when you're 6'2" out.
Yeah. Your legs are longer than my whole body. Okay, so it is a bit of a tricky one. Do you wash your belt or not wash your belt?
I've seen this on you guys' last podcast. Nah, man. I don't wash my belt. I'm guilty of it from a white belt, man.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Oh, whatever.
Bro, these days, I hardly bust my belt out.
That's what I was going to say.
Gay, so.
I didn't want to say I was going to win this because he hardly wears it anyway.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, I'm guilty of not washing the belt.
Even a brand new belt, I wash a brand new belt just to get those folds out. I got a new belt last weekend, and I was like, first thing I did was wash it.
We don't need to make excuses. It's all done now.
I'm making excuses. I'm making fucking statements.
Does it count? Does it count if you use like a sort of like an antiseptic spray on it, not chucking it in the machine?
No.
Yeah. So I sprayed it.
No, it's not.
It's not chucking it in the machine and letting it wash with everything else. No,
you've got to put it in a machine. That is washing your belt.
I've never done that before.
Fisher and Pycologist. All right, that's me. That was me.
Yeah. Hey, look, listen. Look, thank you very, very much for coming on. Give us a plug of the gym, mate. Where you at for people?
Oh yeah, man. 56 Lead Street. Yeah, come down to Oceanside, getting some no-gi. Yeah, man. We love it, man.
What days?
So our classes are Monday till Thursday, 7 till 8:30, and we got open mat on a Friday. and Saturday we have a kids class on from 10 to 11, and then 11 to 12 is a beginners class, and then 12 till 2 we have open mat. So yeah, come down whenever, man. Get amongst it.
So
Love to have you.
56 Leeds
Leeds
Street in
Phillipstown.
the city, is it? Was class days?
Yes, just off Fitzgerald Ave. Just off Fitzgerald Ave there.
So if anyone who is listening wants to get kids into no-gi grappling, or you want to go and try no-gi grappling in Christchurch, or if you're traveling from out of Christchurch, want to come and do no-gi grappling, make sure you head up Oceanside. They are the reigning experts in the no-gi because that's all they do.
You don't have to wash your belt either. You gotta wash your issue.
They have four amazing
yeah,
coaches.
Have to.
Yeah, they got 4 amazing coaches. And yeah, so make sure you hit it up. Look, man, thank you very much for spending Saturday night with us. That was awesome.
Man. Thank you.
And
dad life.
yeah,
Dad Saturday nights.
and we'll catch up on the mat again soon, mate.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
For sure. Yeah, after the
mate.
surgery, man, I'll be down.
Awesome, man.
Oh,
Awesome,
nice.
bros. Thank you.
That's right, mate. Sweet as.